3, 2, 1.
Hi everybody, my name is Jandé, and I am about to sing my song Hate You off of my project Face the Facts. Hope you enjoy. It's been 2 months, 18 days, 3 hours since you told me to leave it. It's 2 months, 18 days, 3 hours since I stayed away. I don't know why I do this to myself. Missing the way that you held me, thinking the thoughts of what could be. If only you knew how much I do really want you. I don't want to, but somehow I do really want you. When I don't want to, but I still do. That's why I hate you. That's why I hate you. Distant memories fade away, thinking about I love you was just yesterday. The thought of your smell brings me down. I shed tears when no one's around, wanting you back in my life when I shouldn't. If only you know how much I do really want you. When I don't want to, but somehow I do really want you. When I don't want to, that's why I hate you. That's why I hate you. Jake on guitar, everybody. But I still do. That's why I hate you.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Songbird, and I want to welcome you guys back to another episode of Room 1002. Y'all know what it's all about, man. I'm here showcasing the hottest up-and-coming artists right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Today here with me, I have someone who I honestly think is phenomenal. I love when people make that face when you compliment them. But seriously, you guys, not only is she an artist, but she is a singer, she is a songwriter. Personally, to me, she's a badass. I want you guys to help me welcome to the room, Jandé. Welcome, girl.
Hey.
OMG, it's so exciting having another woman in here with me. I don't get a lot of female artists. You will be maybe my third female artists on the show.
Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Like, the women are breaking out now. Jandé, I'm gonna start you off with a question that I ask every single artist that comes onto my show.
Okay.
So when you think of yourself, not just as an artist, not just as a woman, but collectively, who is Jandé?
I like to just think I'm just a person with a story to tell. I really just like to tell my story and just hope that it touches other people and that they can relate, and not even like in a painful way, but whatever I was dealing with or whatever I'm writing about, it just pushes somebody else through. I mean, like, I'm from East Atlanta. You know,
Right.
I'm a black girl out here trying to be great and no, but seriously, I'm just an artist that just likes to share, that just wants to share their gift and like help somebody in some way. Being honest, I know that sounds super simple, but like that's why I do it. Like, yeah, you know, I like being on stage, but I like touching and like influencing and like helping people in that way through my artistry. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I want to know, does your story start with the music? Like, when did music start for you? Were you a little girl, or did you just kind of get into this?
Ooh, child, I got that typical black girl. I was at church singing.
I know. I knew that was the story.
Typical black girl started at church. But my journey's been a little different. So I started at church. I went to performing arts high school, performing arts middle school, and then I just stopped and was doing track. I was in college doing track. And then once I finished with track, I was like, yo, I want to get back to music. Like, this is what I love. This is what I really want to do. And it's like, you know I still have a lot of growth, but I'm like, I know I can do something with it. So that's kind of like how it happened for me. And that once I got back home from school, I just kind of jumped in and just started talking to people, like reaching out to people, networking and things like that. Yeah?
So listen, you said something about church. I'm a church girl myself, born and raised, preacher's kid. Like you said. Listen, I want to know, how are you navigating both of those spaces? I know you already know exactly where I'm going with that. Being a Christian, being in the church, and then operating in what some would call a secular space. How are you navigating through that? Because I know, like you said, your father's actually a pastor as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, talk to us a little bit about how you get around all that.
So first of all, shout out to Pearl. Let me stop. Shout out to my dad. If anything, he's been so supportive. And he also keeps me very much grounded and rooted. But he has always been encouraging. And I think that's very rare, especially with fathers. Like, first of all, just fathers not being present in general, but also to have a father that's always been supportive. But also, like, keeps me like super grounded. And, rooted so that I don't lose myself. I'm still an artist. Like, I'm grown. I have my own story. I have my own, I've lived my own life. So I'm going to share that and I'm going to be me. Yeah. But I also still believe in having like integrity in my art.
Absolutely.
Because I just feel like people will respect you as an artist as well if you have integrity in your art. And I believe that's also longevity. So, I mean, if you know me, you know me. Like, I'm a giver. People know that I'm always going to put the Lord at the top of everything that I do.
In the forefront.
And I'm also going to live, but I also want to be approachable. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, in the book of chapter 7, verse, you know what I'm saying? Because I want people to be able to talk and like have conversations with me while also being a light. I feel like you can be a light without just burning, without being overbearing. So I just think it's about balance, like remembering who you are, but also remembering who you are. Like, you live life, you have a story, like, and telling it without fear. Like, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it.
And you might as well be proud about it.
And you might as well be proud about it. So, like, I think, and I've been supportive. I've had church members come to my shows in the wee hours of the night and come. So I really appreciate that. But I honestly, like, all I can do is be me. I think a lot of times we live in fear of trying to impress other people, and it stunts our growth.
I agree.
So I think at some point you have to live your truth, but also be aware. You do have people that are still looking at you. You have kids that are looking at you. You have grown people that are looking at you. So living your truth, but living your truth with integrity.
I appreciate you as an artist being aware of your influence. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are not aware that, a lot of times we hear people say, I'm not responsible for what your child gets out of my craft, but in a way you are. By sharing it with the world. You're asking the world to absorb your emotions, your circumstances, your energy, whatever you want to call it. So you do have to be intentional about what you're sharing with other people. Because I know me, I was that girl in high school. If I was sad, I'm gonna listen to all the sad music because it's gonna keep you sad. If I wanted to be happy, I'm gonna listen to happy music. So I definitely like that you said that you are obviously very aware of that. How did you get started with your music here in Atlanta? You said that you were doing track and then you got back to it. How'd you get started?
Honestly, open mics, girl.
Come on, open mics. Where at? Where you be at?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I remember when I first got back, one of my close friends who had already moved back to Atlanta, played saxophone, and I used to tell him, like, shout out to Antoine, and I used to be like, take me to all, because he knew, take me to all the open mics. So I remember Monday, it was like Pals, and then on Tuesday, it was Pizza Bar at the time, and then Wednesday, it was Apache, like the old Apache.
Oh, yeah.
And then Thursday, it was Cats, and then like Friday, you maybe go out and support some friends and like network with those, like with, that group of people. And then, Saturday, same thing, and then Monday, you kind of do it all over again until you start meeting people, and people start asking you to do stuff. And then I remember people were like, oh yeah, I have a showcase, do you want to do a showcase? And then it came from doing a showcase to, oh, hey, do you write? Or do you sing? Can I feature you on something? And I'm like, yeah, I can sing, I'm a feature, but I also write my own music as well. And so, honestly, that's how it went. So like, yeah, you can write. So cool, somebody else like, oh, you can write? Can you come and help me with this? And honestly, like, just between just being like blessed and God just opening up doors and stuff like that, that's honestly what it was. It was open mics. So y'all, I'm all for social media, but you gotta get out the house too.
You gotta get out there and
you gotta get out the house.
Share your craft, and a lot of people are afraid to do that. And it's not just a COVID thing. I think it's a confidence thing. Like, I don't share my music with the world. I am a musician. I sing. You heard me do a little whistling. But I don't share my music strictly out of just that lack of confidence. Always worrying about who's gonna like it, and what if I go in there and no one claps or whatever. And I think it's really important as an artist, really as a creative, to know why you're doing it first and who you're doing it for and why it's important to you. I want to know, right now in the space that you're in, are you working on any projects? Are you currently in the studio? Are you working with anyone else? Talk about it.
So I'm always, I'm finally in a space, so I've been super transparent. Like, after I finished with my project, I kind of just wasn't in a space of like creating for me.
Right.
And I wrote the music, and it was a part of my healing, but it still was a lot of healing that just generally needed to be done. And it's like, now I was always writing for other people, so I never mind like sharing other people's story with like a hint of mine, because I always think in anything that I write, it's also to be pieces of me in that as well.
Absolutely.
But I'm in a good space, you know what I'm saying? So I'm back, to writing music. I have a supportive boyfriend that like really, be coming through and stuff like that. Shout out to him. So like, yeah, I'm in a space. I'm back to doing stuff for me and just being happy.
Yeah.
Making positive music. Like, we like a heartbreak song, but you know what I'm saying? Love is a thing.
It is.
In order to know heartbreak, you have to have known love as well. And I think a lot of us forget about that. Like, in order to know, like, the hurt side, you have to have experienced something positive. So I'm in a good space, and I'm working on music. I'm still writing for folks. People got some projects coming out. So, some folks I can't name.
Right.
Because, confidentiality stuff. But like, no, I'm faithfully writing, and I'm happy to finally be back in a space to write for myself and share my positive story and like my healing process and things like that. Just being grateful to be loved again,
Well, listen, I love that you said you're ready to create in a positive space, because I did want to talk to you a little bit about the project that you do have that's already out. Listen, I am a huge fan. Between the beautiful song that you just performed for us and about 3 or 4 other songs on the project, I mean, I feel like I've gone through so many different emotions just with you listening to your music. When you were writing that project, putting that project together, were you in a sort of heartbreak space, or it was just like I tapped into it and it sounded good and I know how to deliver it, so I will?
Heck nah. Nigga was hurt. I was in a very like not good space. And I mean, like, I'm grateful for the lesson now.
Absolutely.
Grateful, but no, I was hurt. You be with somebody, you're with somebody that you really think you're gonna like be with for a while, for a long time, and it just doesn't work. And you really just don't know how to handle it. Like life isn't the same anymore. Somebody that you used to do things with every day or like all the time, like now you're trying to finagle how to, do it on your own. Or like back to dating, like, and me personally speaking, like I'm talking with you, but like in general, I don't like going out. I don't like, if I don't have to overly interact with people, I really don't do that as much. Like I do it because it's a part of like being an artist. Like you need to talk to people.
Absolutely.
But like if I can say chill and watch TV and popcorn and like
Cheetos.
And like because after 9, if you don't tell me plans after 9, I'll be at home. So like for me it was like, I have to start dating. I have to get to like relearn people and like be willing to open back up to like, so it was just a whole process. And so that was that. So no, it came from like everything, like the whole process. And I like to think the project was a story as well.
Yes.
If you start out, it's like hate you, and then it gets into like just a liberating song.
Yes.
So it is a journey and it is a process, which is very much intentional as well.
I really love that, and I can honestly say to you, whether you're sad or happy or whatever it is, when you're performing, I definitely can feel the energy. The very first time that I saw you perform, I was at backstage. I want to say it was at least a year ago, at least, and it was an open mic situation, it seemed like, because you got up there and you did Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
And I mean, you killed it, you always do, but you really killed it. And it was immediately myself and my friend Goldn was with me at the time. Shout out to Goldn. She was with me, and she's the one that's always kind of like, let's go talk to him. Like, let's go say something. And I'm like, man, that girl don't know us. I'm not gonna say nothing. Just say something to her. So we get to talking to you. After that, we come to you at a whole nother show. That's where I got to witness some of your church members there supporting you. And that was when you actually had just dropped the project. So I feel like now, spinning back around a year later, getting to sit here and talk with you and also give you this opportunity to share a little bit about what's coming up really feels full circle. And I'm really grateful because a lot of people in Atlanta have lost their integrity as artists. They're just really putting out whatever. And as a musician, I just can't take it. I want to hear some good stuff. I want to hear some good singing. I want to hear some passion. I want to hear a story.
Right.
But anyway, I don't want to overtalk. I want to give you the opportunity to talk to us a little bit about this upcoming show you have going on, because I'm so excited. I just can't even hold it.
So, October 6th,
okay,
me and another amazing Atlanta-based artist, Maya Dyson, shout out to Maya, we came together and we were like, bro, we gotta do a show together.
Yeah.
Like, we need to do a show together. Like, for us, what we want, how we see our shows, not based off of anybody else giving us time restraints, how long we could do this, just like arranging the show like how we wanted to. And so we have a show called It's Happening, because literally we'd be like, girl, it's happening.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it happen. And, you gotta put it in the atmosphere sometimes. No, like sometimes you just have to put it out there and like talk about it until it starts like coming into fruition and things like that. So the title of the show is called It's Happening, and it's featuring myself and Maya Dyson, and we have 2 other amazing artists that are going to be opening up as well. And we're just excited. It's October 6th at 4U Recording Studios, and it's going to be dope. We're both doing original music. We have an amazing live band. The vibe is just going to be great, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to kind of fully show myself in artist mode.
Yeah.
Just be in a space, like if I want to do a backflip off a chair, I can do a backflip off a chair.
And she will do the backflip. I've seen this girl do all kinds of dances in her performances.
So like, I'm just excited that I just get to be like my real authentic self as an artist in this space, for both of us. And so it's happening October 6th at 4U Recording Studio. Doors open at 7:30. If you got, the colors are red and orange.
I was gonna say, what should we wear?
So, if you got your red or your orange, go ahead and throw it on and come in all nice. It's gonna be fun. I'm really excited about it.
I'm excited too, especially because, like I said, it's been quite some time since I've seen you
perform.
Pull up
on the kids.
Pull up on the kids. Well, listen, Jandé, I really want to thank you for taking out the time today to sit down with me, share a little bit about your artistry. I'm really looking forward to the concert coming up. Before you go, can you tell us where we can follow you, where we can support you, all of that in between?
Got you. So everybody, you can follow me on IG, Twitter as well at JANDELOVE 1. JANDELOVE1 on IG and Twitter, and then on Facebook. For y'all that's still navigating through Facebook, it's just my name, Jandé Pierce. And then check out all of my music. It's on all streaming platforms. The title of the album is called Face the Facts, and it's my name, JANDE, with the little accent over the E. Everywhere, definitely check it out.
Absolutely. Well, listen, before we go, y'all already know what I'm going to say. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Room 1002. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like and share the video and share the channel with your friends. I also have to just stop and give a huge shout out to the Focus campaign for partnering with Room 1002 and letting us utilize their dope space to shoot this video. Make sure you guys go and follow them on social media as well at the Focus campaign. Don't forget to follow Room 1002 on Instagram at Room 1002 Exclusives. And if you know any artists who would love to sit down in a seat like this and share this opportunity, make sure you suggest them in the artist suggestion box in the description below. Until next time, peace, y'all.
Oh